So if you've ever bought a cable or a battery or a charger or a drone or almost anything electronic online for your phone or mobile or anything like that, there's a really good chance you bought it from Aukey. Now they also apparently sell security systems. That's one I didn't even know. And they sent us one to check out and they're paying me for my time to take a look at it. So you know I'm gonna tell you exactly what I thought. We put it up here in the office. Let's go take a look. The gist is this: we've got 4 1080p cameras, a whole bunch of cable, and this thing called an XVR, which you think DVR, basically the same thing. It's got a hard drive, the software, and everything you need to be able to watch these live and record them and watch them remotely. So let's start with the cameras. It's actually fairly simple. 3 screws in the base and you stick them wherever you want to stick them. They're rated IP66, so you can put them inside, you can put them outside. Really the question is, where do you want to put them and how are you going to run the cable? Because again, there's a whole lot of cable. It's up to you how much you want to hide that. Otherwise, it's really not tough at all. You plug one end of the cable into the camera, the other end into the XVR, and you're good to go. Really, the hardest part is the cleanup. So once you have your cameras set up, it's really just a matter of plugging them into the XVR, walking through the setup process, and then you're good to go, at least as far as local viewing is concerned. So we've got all 4 cameras set up here in the office, one out front, one viewing the front door, one in the back that's in the dark most of the time, so you can see night vision going on all the time. And then me, right here. Hey, how's it going? So let's turn to the XVR itself. Now, the user interface on this thing is not quite current. You're gonna need a little time to get used to that. There's a mouse included in the box, and that's really all you need to control this thing. You're gonna work your way through the setup, and then you'll be able to see any of the cameras you have installed. Now, here in the office, we have all 4 hooked up, so we can see them in a 2x2 grid. Or you can watch each one individually, or if you want, you can just have it flip through automatically and rotate. Now you can watch remotely as well. They have an iOS app that's worked really well for us. The Android app was a little finicky at times, and we've also been able to watch on a Windows machine. Now this is where things can get a little tricky, and if you have some basic networking skills, they're gonna go a long way here. But for the most part, this is pretty much a set it and forget it device. You set your cameras up, you set up the XVR, and you can view things as needed. You also have things like motion alerts and alarms, and if anything goes offline, and you can move recordings from the internal 1 terabyte hard drive onto a mobile drive, thumb drive, whatever you want, so you can view them anywhere. So as for quality, well, what you see is what you get. They're 1080p cameras. They do have infrared night vision and it works fairly well. Pretty much the sort of thing you would expect from a relatively inexpensive security system. But really though, it's the price of this 4-camera system that I think would attract me to it. Now, it's not necessarily as slick as some of the new wireless stuff, but it's also not nearly as expensive. And it's a pretty hands-free way, once it's all set up, to monitor things here in the office or at home. That's it. We'll see you later.